Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
Rawr.
How you doing, guys? How you doing? It's been a little bit since we've done
A G's
G's
after dark.
I don't know how after dark it'll be. We'll just have to see where you take it, right?
Remember, we go where you guys go in the comments.
That's if anybody even joins us. They might have said, you know what, forget them. They ain't been
Them
on.
G's, they haven't given us an after dark in forever.
It's got to be a farce.
It's a fluke. They mislabeled it.
Sandra's here. How you doing, Sandra?
Sorry guys, I'm getting YouTube online.
John, how you doing, brother? No, you ain't first, John.
John's a Haiti.
Cindy, how you doing? Dr. Pepper Trigger, Jen, how you doing?
Damn.
Mary? What?
There we go. Having technical difficulties, y'all.
It's been a long, lazy day.
It's been a long week. What are you talking about?
It has been a long week.
This
It's
load
been
is
the load from
never
hell.
ending. It's a load that keeps on giving.
That's trucking for you.
Oh, Dr. Pepper Drinker says, I'm so excited.
Somebody said they had Denny's for supper. We had Mexican food for supper, and it wasn't that great. It was
That's what it was.
Yeah,
Jen says, it's been a long damn week.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Friday.
Yep. But that don't mean nothing.
That'll be nothing to a tracker.
On the bright side, we do. After we deliver tomorrow morning, we have another load scheduled.
John got his notification. Woohoo,
Awesome. Heck yeah. Charlene says, hello, G's. Tim says, hello from South Carolina.
Well, happy birthday,
hello.
Dr. Pepper Drinker.
Well, happy birthday, sweethearts. Carl says, good evening, G's. Watching from Michigan. Have a great night's sleep. Good.
Yeah, we figured we'd just come on for a little bit. Like I said, we ain't done a G's after dark a little bit. Like I said, I don't know how much of it after dark it's going to be.
I don't know.
Well, I was going to say it is pants optional, but I'll leave that up to your imagination. How's that?
Is it pants optional for you? Just asking. Inquiring minds want to know. John Tahiti says, like an all-you-can-eat buffet, but when you want to stop it, won't let you. Deanna says, Mr. G, will you ever have the sweet G spice?
It's going to be a little bit, guys, because it takes quite a bit to start a new.
Get all it ironed out.
Yeah, to start a new run. And right now, we just did the spice. Came out with the spicy one, so
Spicy.
we're going to have to wait until we got a little bit more funds in order to make that happen.
Yes. And guys, don't forget, we're doing free shipping till over $50 till midnight on Sunday. Kathy says, hello, lovely G family. I have missed you guys. Heather says, I'm in Hagerstown. Awesome. Hilda says, howdy, friends. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, I have a keychain at Spencer's mom's house. I have to go get it.
Oh, right on. Appreciate it.
Pam says, yeah, I got you live. Just got fuzzy PJs and just filled my tumbler. Love you all. Pam's really liking that 40-ounce tumbler for her coffee.
Well, you like yours too?
I do. I like mine. I brought my pink and blue one this time. Oops.
I just got my can cooler. Matter of fact, I need to put my can in the cooler. It ain't doing much good out of it.
Cindy Chastain says, good evening, G's. Well, good evening.
Good evening.
Lorraine says, hi, Mr. and Mrs. G. Well, hello.
How you doing?
I'll tell you what, TT is zonked out. She's over there snoring. I'm surprised you guys don't hear her. Wendy says, PJ's on and just relaxing.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
John Tahiti says, haunted house season has been killing me, but a few more weeks to go. I know, it's spooky season, guys. I'm super excited. We've been passing a lot of houses that have been fully decorated and
I seen a
decked
video,
out.
I think it was today or yesterday. I think it was today, though, where somebody had the fake fire in their windows in their front door, and that somebody actually called the fire department because it looked that real.
Because it looked so realistic.
Fire department, they knew right away. It was
that it was.
It was a joke, but I thought that was kind of cool.
Jen says, I'm drinking out of mine as we speak. Love my purple and white cup. Awesome.
I figured we'd come on here tonight. No rants. Do I have a rant in me? Yeah, I got plenty of rants in me. You guys know me. But...
Yeah, he sprung that rant on me out of nowhere this afternoon. Big John says, I have to say I've missed each of you, and the new spicy is the best.
Awesome. That's what Mrs. G's favorite is right now.
I do. I love
the
the spicy.
I go back and forth.
I'm not big on spicy, but I really like the spicy G-spot. Yes. John Tahiti says, I saw panties. LOL.
Easy
Well then.
now. Easy.
Deanna asks, where are you guys at?
We are in Fairburn, Georgia. We got a drop off here in the morning, 6 a.m. Get unloaded. Hopefully they can get us done pretty quick. We got tater chips on, and got another load picking up in Jeffersonville, or Jefferson, Georgia.
Jefferson, I think.
Yes,
it is.
something like that. And it's going back to Edgerton, Kansas.
Woo woo. Cindy Chastain says, got my G-spot and spicy G-spot today, plus my pink keychain.
Awesome. Ken wants to know, will the can cooler work for bottled water? Ken, it
Depends
will
on the
work
bottle.
for bottled water, but it all depends on the bottle. And let me explain to you. As long as it'll fit down in there, then it will work on bottled water. Then this just slides over the top.
Yeah, as long as it'll fit in there.
Some of the bottled water has a
Wider base.
Wider base, and it won't fit in there.
So he says, yesterday was so much fun. We went to Casa de Fruta, and it's so worth the money going there. So much to do here in California.
Oh, right on.
Billy Bob says, hello, Mrs. G, Mr. G. Glad to see you were having an after dark. It's been a long time.
It has been a while.
It has.
Like I said, I don't know how much after dark it'll be. Just kind of depends on you and
where you guys take the conversation.
What happens between now and the time we quit, right?
John Zahedi says, still waiting for you to come to my area, but I know you're just avoiding me. Shirley says, hello, G's. Have a good night. Stay safe out there. Love y'all. Much love to ya.
Had a really good phone call tonight. My Uncle Ken, he gave me a call, just kind of checking in with me, see how I was doing. I haven't talked to him in a bit.
Went like that.
Yeah, I got scared.
But no, Uncle Ken.
I was asking him how Aunt Shirley's is doing, and he let me know that Aunt Shirley's going into remission.
She's in remission with her leukemia.
And that was awesome to hear.
She's doing great. But yeah, it was kind of one of those hold your breath moments.
What's up, freaks?
What up, Joe? Freaks in the house. What?
Freaks come out at night.
John Diller says, got a boilerplate. Thank you for sending. Response from TA and Petro. He got a return email.
Really? I sent him a message on Facebook Messenger, and nobody bothered to even look. I actually sent the video. Sent the video. I wanted him to see the video.
Yeah, but he just got the standard in response that thank you for sending the message.
Really?
It wasn't an actual something that someone typed up and actually cared. John Tahiti says, what do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Eats a lot of puss.
He said licks a lot of puss.
Licks a lot of puss, eats a lot of puss.
Like a prehistoric platypus. Puss. Idaho Nancy says, hello, my G's. I'm in Grangeville.
What do you call
Idaho.
Hold on. What do you call a can of tuna in the back pocket of a lesbian? Chew.
Idaho Nancy says, hello, my G's.
What'd Cinderella do when she got to the ball? Choked. How'd she do it?
She's in Grangeville, Idaho right now, and heading to Oregon coast in a few weeks for warmer weather. Awesome.
Right on.
Gator Girl says, had my open heart surgery. All went well. I'm recovering well. Awesome. We'll keep you in our prayers, sweetheart. That's good to hear, though. Billy Bob says, so it's going to be a pants optional night.
Maybe.
For some of us.
Maybe for some of us. You notice the camera is showing from here up. Here, let me knock the camera down, honey.
No, that's how this whole thing got started. The very first G's After Dark.
Mrs. G said it ain't happened again. She's got a blanket on.
I do have a thick blanket on. Sexy Grammy says, hello, it's been a while. Glad to see you both live. Love and hugs to you both. Oh, love and hugs right back at you, sweetie.
Dr. Pepper Drinker wants to know how Cody's end's doing. She has been doing good.
Great.
Doing really good.
She is doing great. And I got to video chat with Yoda this evening. Yoda, well, it started out with Mook and Laylee and me, and then it ended up me, Yoda, and Squish. And Yoda is feeling better. He's still got a low-grade fever, but he is feeling much better. Yes, he was excited.
Nancy says she's loving the RV life.
Awesome.
Right on.
That's right. I forgot you're RVing it now. Let's see. Karen says, well, that answered Karen Moore's question. How's your grandson doing? Hope he's doing better. Yes, he's full of
Somebody want to know how TT and Mooch are doing? They're down here sleeping.
They're zonked.
If you listen closely, you can hear them snoring. Billy Bob says, right lane, convoy. Paul French, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Paul. Dr. Pepper Drinker said, so, gee, can you show me what's on the back of your shirt? No.
No.
Not at this time.
You could catch that on my fans only page.
Not at this time. Thank you guys for all the prayers for Yoda. He is feeling better. Just a low grade temp now. I don't know what got him. Poor kiddo. Is everyone on Facebook still?
Yeah,
because
Jennifer
I'm
wants.
swirling.
Jennifer said you guys look like you got rested up.
We did. We took a little nap today. We, got here, did the shutdown routine, and I told G after we got our food and we're sitting here eating it and watching TV, I said, now, no falling asleep. We have to wait till later because it was too early in the day. And what happened? He zonked out, then I did.
That's not showing you your stuff, is
No.
it?
Michelle Taylor says, thank you for the prayers today. Mom's niece / my cousin passed away this afternoon after a very short time on hospice. I'm so sorry to hear that, sweetheart.
But at the same time, that sounds like it might have been a blessing too, sweetheart. I mean, I hate to say it that way, but I'm glad she ain't suffering anymore.
Yeah. And we'll keep your family in our prayers, sweetie.
A lot of times you see people go into hospice and they just hang on, and you know that the pain, maybe like my mother, for instance, the pain was excruciating, and she could barely stand it, and she held on for quite a while.
Yes. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, speaking of RV, we have had our trailer for 1 year now. Woot woot. Awesome.
Right on.
That's right. With the RV.
Yeah, but we're back in the house now.
I know, but still
so that don't count, honey.
We still need to find some.
She makes it sound like she's been roughing it.
I didn't say we're roughing it. I just said we had the RV for a year in August. Hi, some people's kids.
Yeah, I know.
Johnson Haiti said, shh, Mike's in the house. Well, hello, Mike Foley. I did not see your comment or see that you had popped in.
Paul says, eating Mex. I can...
LOL, y'all going to the Circe show?
So far, the Circe show's looking pretty good. Yes. I might end up having to go to Nevada. I'm not sure yet.
We're not sure yet.
Circe show's going to wind up being a last-minute decision.
Eddie said, this is not the Eddie you're thinking of. Eddie Earhart says, I have pants on for now. Shar says, hi, my G-Force family. Love you guys.
Do a little dance. I bet the pants come off really quick. No, I'm just kidding. I took it a little too far there, didn't I?
A little bit. Heidi says, so glad to see you too. In her
Can't
old
take
fun
her
way.
anywhere.
I can't take him nowhere. I still think those people were scarred from when we went to that restaurant and he told that old man that I sat on his face. So.
I guess it's a pretty good thing you didn't go into the truck stop with me last night or yesterday when we got there. I about got in a fist fight yesterday, guys.
I was waiting in the truck with the pumps. We were at the fuel island. And he had problems with the pump not working, so he had to go inside in order to figure out what was going on.
Another driver pissed me off. What happened was, like she said, I was having trouble getting the pump started. And so I went in there to say, hey, is there a problem with the pumps? And she decided she was going to come out from behind the counter and go check it out. She was having the same problem I was. And she goes, maybe we'll have to move you over to the next pump. I said, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal.
In the morning.
Well, she went to go walk back in, and she walked from my island and went to go walk over to the next island, and this other driver come running, just speeding through the pump that she was about to walk in front of,
yeah.
And he about hit her. And then he went over and parked, and I looked over and I seen the truck and said Thomasville on the trailer, and I said that's BS right there. I told her, and it started burning me up, and I started watching the guy who was walking in. I walked in there, and some guy came through the door, and I said, "Hey, is that you driving that Thomasville truck over there?" He goes, "Huh?" I said, "Is that you driving that Thomasville truck over there?" He goes, "No, I work here." I go, "Oh, okay." And the ladies go,
Poor guy.
Yeah, he works here." And the ladies go, "Is there a problem?" I said, "Yeah, there's some guy that about hit your worker out there, and I was fixing to chew his ass out." And here comes another guy walking through the door. I said, "Hey, is that you driving that Thomasville truck over there?" He goes, "Yeah." And I commenced to tearing his ass up. Well,
Like I said,
now you got me on a rant now.
no rant. This is G's After Dark.
Us drivers need to start calling these people out that are doing wrong. You see a guy throwing a piss bottle out, you need to call him out. I mean, we got to start calling out the wrongs out here on the road because it's making us all look bad. Somebody's going to get hurt. We already get a bad reputation. I mean, if we don't call them out, it's just going to persist.
You got yourself on a rant. Thank you very much.
I did too, didn't I?
You did.
Reel it back in.
Vivian says, easy now. And this was from a previous comment. But it's after dark, guys. Lori says, I'm sitting in my truck at Lowe's waiting for hubby and grandson. Hope they hurry up. It's almost my bedtime. LOL. Billy Bob
Trina
says,
says, what was the other driver's response? He was very apologetic. Kinda. He tells me, well, I just got new tires on my truck, and I'll let the company know. It's throwing the speedometer off. I said, you shouldn't even have to look at the speedometer to know how fast you're going inside of a truck stop. You know you're going too damn fast. I'm not taking your bullshit answers. And that was the nice way of putting it. And I did tell him, you know, if that was my wife you just about hit, we'd be having a whole different conversation right now. I don't think we'd be talking.
Valerie says, I've got a halo on my leg. Haven't had pants on for 7 weeks. LOL.
That don't sound like a good problem to have.
No. Jen says, okay, Papa Butch.
Heather said, calm down and dance.
Shar says, oh lordy, don't pick that up.
I just knocked down the curable.
Martina says, you should be going slow in a truck stop. Yes.
And yeah, that's just it. And I'm tired of these guys driving way too fast. Mrs. G's about got hit a couple times. We both about got hit a couple times. And
that's like my biggest fear, you know, especially at nighttime or when it's dark out. I always take a flashlight with me. That way I have, you know, some kind of marker. But when I take the pups out, is that, you know, a truck's going to come and it's going to either hit
I'm just
them
not the guy
or
that can
us.
hold back. I'm going to say something. I always have, always will. Maybe one of these days I'll wind up getting shot over it, but at least
You need to be quiet. G's After Dark, you went on to a rant, and then all of a sudden you're going to end up getting shot.
hush.
You need to hush.
I will knock you the hell out, woman.
Pack
This is
a
going to
lunch.
go from a G's After
Pack
Dark.
a lunch,
transmission.
buddy.
You're screwing the transmission up.
Pack a lunch.
It's going to go from the G's After Dark to domestic violence hour.
Mook says, hey Dad, I'm so fancy.
I'm so fancy.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Eddie
the only
says,
words I know.
I'm eating sloppy joes and tots with my new bottle of spicy G-Spot seasoning. Heck yeah. Jesse says, hi everyone. Beth says in any parking lot or dock area. Yeah, you got that right. Jen says everybody is in too big of a hurry. Yeah, unfortunately, that's
Joan said you need a light on your head.
a light on my head.
Yeah, because you're a little dark. No, she was
I need one of the
that's what
mics like
she's-
Andre has.
That's what she was saying.
Yeah, so that
So you
way
can
they
be seen.
definitely see me. Joe Hicks says, went between westbound and eastbound bridges. Martina says, Halo, otherwise known as an external fixture.
Heather
17
says,
years
stop
of
with the
medical
rant. Let's
transfer."
get back to After Dark.
I know. He just like squirreled out and not in a good way either. about to smother him. Alicia says, it always makes me leery walking across at the fuel pumps. Always watching.
How you doing, PJ?
Hey, PJ. Billy Bob says, reeling back in, Mrs. G.
Jackie, the little guy's feeling much better.
Yes, he is. He's got a low grade temp, but he's feeling better.
That went quick.
Joe Hicks says, read my first comment. Oh, let's see if I can get to it. I don't have my tablet no more. It's not working. So I have to use my, my computer, and I didn't grab my mouse out. Scroll up the way I'd like to with.
Trina says maybe Mr. G likes makeup time. Wink, wink. Hell, I like any time I can get. Wink, wink.
Lori says, sitting here in my truck in Vermont.
PJ just got back from a
degrees.
vacation in Jamaica, and I wasn't even invited.
Oh, nice. Jennifer Duck says, where are you headed tomorrow?
We got to pick up in Jefferson, Georgia, and head to Edgerton, Kansas.
Yes. John Diller says, by the way, the new Spicy G Spot seasoning is awesome. I'll leave a review on the site.
Oh, awesome. Thank
sweetie.
you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Sue says, after dark. Now, Mr. G tells us again why you told Mrs. G sits on your face too.
Oh, yeah, at the restaurant. That was good times.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this brown face turned I don't know how many shades of red when he said what he said. The little guy, we're standing there waiting for our food, already paid, and there wasn't a very big walkway. So we're standing as close to the wall as possible so that we're out of the way.
One time, Michelle said my hair looks very, very nice. She says it looks cute. She says your hair looks cute, Mr. G.
Thank you.
Oh, Mrs. G.
So we're waiting, and this gentleman is walking out. Little old man, he's walking out. And G asked him how he was doing. And I don't even remember what his response was at this time. But G said he basically that, you know, we're holding our heads above the water. He said, you got to watch out for her. Make sure she doesn't put any cinder blocks on your ankles. And G goes, what did she say? She sits on my face. Just out of the blue, randomly.
I had to worry about that. She sits on my face.
I'm like, oh my gosh, did not.
I didn't mean it that way, but it came out.
That's the way it came out.
It is what it is.
Mike Foley says, LMAO, Mrs. G. Calvin says, what roads on to Kansas? Just curious.
Oh, we'll be, it just depends on whether or not I can make it back home or not. Danny said, what's the name of the head shaver you use? I was using the Pit Bull one, and it broke. And so I ordered one off of Amazon, and it seems to be working pretty good. And I can't remember what the name of it is. Trina says, damn, G, TMI.
Yeah, that little old man, he said, I'm not going to touch that comment. And he walked out. Eddie says, G, please continue writing the poems. They show that they are from your heart.
No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Melody says, evening G's, puppers and G addicts. Cool evening here in the Ozarks. Maybe a frost tonight. Oh goodness, it's starting to really chill down. Michelle Brennan said, hello G's and G Flores.
How you doing?
Hey,
how you
sweetie.
doing?
Bonnie says, G, your hair looks very nice tonight also.
Thank you.
Chris says, buy one of the Angel Guards. It's what we use to do security at Six Flags. It makes you seen miles away. I haven't seen one of those. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bonnie says, love the poem.
Thank you.
TT's about
Jennifer says, yes, the poems are very good. Never really shared any of my poems before.
Yeah. He used to write poems.
I used to write a whole lot, and I get more back into it.
You are. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, when is your deadline for going west? Or have you passed it?
I ain't decided yet. This depends.
Ken says, if you come west, be careful of the eclipse crowd on October 13th and 14th. Have a great trip.
I know the rates right now. Hold the remote. The rates out going west are horrible, and the rates coming back out of the west are horrible. So that's kind of what's keeping me out of going that direction until rates come up. I refuse to haul that cheap ass freight. Excuse me, just the truth.
Melody says writing is a great way to release anger. Yes, it is. It is a great way to release anger. Faye says, good evening, Trucker G and Mrs. G. Be safe and careful. Thank you,
Punching
sweetheart.
somebody in the face is a really good way to release anger too, but I changed my ways. I've got a little more tolerant.
Misty said, good evening, G's and G-Force family. Evening, Misty. Michelle Brandon says, you're a poet and didn't know it. Excuse me. Maggie says, home is wonderful. As I said, you two look great. Stay safe and watch your six.
Definitely will. Thank you.
Dr. Pepper Jr. says, I'm grateful that we got to meet you. Thanks again.
You're welcome.
It was nice
good
getting to meet you too, sweetie. You and Spencer. Melody says, I agree on the rates. Don't give your time away.
Joan says she thought there was something wrong with her iPad, and then she realized it was your dog snoring.
Oh yeah, that's TT. TT is snoring and Mooch is licking TT's armpit.
Heather says sitting on the face does release anger. Does release anger.
That's not what she said.
That's what she said.
Where did she say
right there.
that? It hasn't shown up on mine.
For who? Me or her?
Sexy Grammy says, aw, I hear a fur baby snoring. Cheryl says, happy to see you all live. Home from work finally. Praying for safe travels. Well, thank you.
Sue says, clean crack and we're back.
I like that title. It was funny. Dave Newland says, hey, you two. Hey, Dave.
Heather said for her. John Martin says, I'm waiting for a chance to catch up with you guys. It'll happen sooner or later.
It's been a while, John Martin. Actually, you were getting ready to call Johnny the other day, and you were scrolling through, and I seen his number on there.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long time.
I haven't talked to you in a bit, buddy.
Michelle Brandon says, and if her dies, he dies. Darlene says, when y'all get back our way, want to treat y'all to a meal.
Well, thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, sweetie.
We enjoy getting to meet everybody. I really do. I like to get to meet each of you, and it's a whole lot different meeting now than it was during the convoy.
Before.
During the convoy, we didn't have time to actually interact and actually sit down and have a conversation or a meal or something like that. Now things have slowed down quite a bit, so we can actually
Not feel like
a
we're running
conversation.
around like a chicken with our head cut off. Joe Hicks says, gee, you know the Union, Missouri, exit heading east at the US 50 intersection with 44?
Yes. John said, I ain't got my number no more. I got yours, John. I'll holler at you, buddy.
Colleen says, good evening, G's.
He said, I ain't talking to that guy no more.
Melody says, I was really happy to meet both of you and your sister and brother. It was nice to meet you too, sweetheart.
We did not see Nazi coming here in Canada. What a joke. I guess I met him. I got lost. Sexy Grammy says, Trucker G, will you have a smaller size for coffee? Maybe
20.
Up to a 20 ounce
With the handle.
And that's what I'm having trouble finding anything with a handle for anything smaller, because everybody got into those 40 ounce. You know, they're 40, 44.
Yeah, the 40 ounce.
The 40 ounce. And that's all that I'm finding with a handle.
Michelle Brandon says, I don't know if you really want to meet me. I'm a whole different experience. Cheryl says, been at UPS 33 plus years in Maryland. Would love to meet y'all.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, what size is the can cooler? I like that size.
I think the can cooler is more like, if you use it as a coffee mug, I think it's more like a 10 ounce, something like that.
Yeah, 10 or 11 ounce. Bonnie says, I got a summons for jury duty the end of October. Dang it.
Well, we've been watching a lot of those Dateline murders things.
Yes.
What do they call them?
That's what it's a podcast.
Yeah, basically. What do you call it?
What are you talking?
The murder
They're
shows.
True crime.
True crimes. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. But anyways, it drives me nuts because you start hearing all the court stuff when they get to the court and stuff, and you hear what the jury pronouncing them guilty, not guilty, and these juries out there are horrible. They're getting them on. You hear all the evidence that they're presenting, but they're charging them guilty on the evidence. No, they're charging them guilty on what their feelings
what they
are.
feel.
More than likely, a lot of them are probably are guilty. But if the evidence ain't there, by law, can you really charge them guilty? It's supposed to be guilty without beyond a reasonable doubt.
Reasonable doubt. Joe Hicks.
This makes you wonder how many innocent people are in prison and how many guilty people are running free.
Yeah, because there was this one person that, everything pointed that way, but they said with the evidence, the physical evidence that they had, that they couldn't, they followed the
It was
the
a jury
law.
that actually was doing their job.
They did. There was doubt.
Very few of them have I heard. It was the Dateline is what it was.
Yeah, it was. There was
very
doubt.
few of them that we've actually heard, and we've listened to quite a few of them that they actually follow what they're supposed to be doing.
Went between the east and westbound bridges and almost went into the river right there this morning.
That ain't good, brother.
Oh my goodness!
I'm glad
Be
you didn't.
careful. Sexy Grammy says, "Can you put coffee in a can cooler? My coffee pod cup is 12 ounces."
Yeah, you can.
Yes.
It's got both lids.
Yeah, it's got the can cooler lid and it's got a tumbler lid.
I just use mine because I don't drink coffee. I just use this lid, but this lid comes off and it's got the other, just regular drinking lid, which I don't know where that's at because I don't use it.
It's at the house in the cupboard.
Is that where it is?
That's where it's at with the rest of them. Sue McGee says, and that's why we love you, sis. If we met for girls' night out, I'm guessing we would need to go a GoFundMe to get out of jail. LOL. I've seen you ladies talk. And yeah, probably a GoFundMe to get out of jail would be in order. John Diller says, we've had great weather here in Pittsburgh this week. Rain coming in just in time to cancel our public stargazing parties.
Sexy Grammy says, can I see it? Can you see what? The can cooler?
You can.
Oh.
She said, oh, okay.
See, it's got the can cooler lid. Just picture a regular
Yeah, it's got
coffee lid.
like a black tumbler lid. See the, what you call the threads?
Yeah.
Trigger Calvin says, I'm here. Maybe this won't lag.
And like I said, the can coolers hold about 10 ounces.
Joe Hicks says, not me, a Schneider truck. Oh, okay. Beth says, I use mine for hot coffee, G. I don't drink soda. Well, that works out
Works
there.
great.
I know some people are wanting something that's bigger, but not super big like the 40
And they're wanting
ounces.
something smaller than the 40.
Yeah, in between.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Dawn says, hey, over there. Well, hello.
She said, I haven't gone to jail yet. I'll plead the fifth.
Mary Penner says, good evening, Mr. and Mrs. G. How are you this evening? We're doing great.
I can tell you, Mrs. G's never been in jail.
I have not. Jennifer Duck says, I use mine for a nice glass of wine.
Oh, never thought of it. I've worked perfect.
Yeah, the can cooler, not the 40 ounce. Mary says, do you
Truckers
have
TV,
any...
how you doing, Dennis?
Hey, Dennis. Mary says, do you have any of the big coffee mugs?
We have the 40
ounce tumblers, yes.
And right now is a great time to get them if you buy more than one.
Because it is free shipping until midnight on
Monday.
Sunday
Yes, what she said.
on $50 or more. Eddie says, I still have the poems that my husband wrote when he was stationed in Korea. That's awesome, sweetheart. Colleen says, it's nice. It's a nice evening in Missouri. I know the kid said it stormed and rained. I think it was yesterday.
Jennifer Duck says, can you send me a new straw? I'd have to buy a new straw, Jennifer.
Actually, I've got to see where I can get new straws because I lost a couple of mine. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, I haven't been to jail either, or ever. Donnie says, evening G's, finally catching live. Whoops. Talking about 40 ounce is making me thirsty, and I don't drink. LOL. Bill says, good evening G's, hope your day is going well. God bless you both. Well, thank you, and it's going great, sweetheart. John Diller says, saw a few sun just visible. We haven't had the opportunity to...
Yeah, we left the box sitting on John Diller. He sent us
solar binoculars.
Solar binoculars and sent us little like glasses for the boys to watch the eclipse. And I didn't bring them out with me, John. I was really wanting to try those out, but thank you so much for sending that.
Yes. Pam says, my tumbler keeps coffee hot long time, and best part, I got it from my favorite people. Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Jill said her son's over at the Joppa Petro.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Right on.
Darlene says, I still want to get a mug, Mrs. G, please. All right, sweetheart. Let me get up and going in the morning, and then I'll give you a holler, okay? Marianne says, good evening, G's and G-Force family.
Well, good evening.
Rosella says, good evening to the two of you. Rain is coming to West Virginia tonight. Seen a lot of rain.
Selena says, there's great Mexican up here in upstate New York, too. I've never had any Mexican food up in upstate New York.
It's been a while since we've been to New York.
Unless you're just saying there's a great Mexican up there. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Sandra Grover says, finally my order worked.
What's her name? What's she look like?
Easy now. Missy, you're fixing to get the boot. Pants optional or not.
Is she single?
Right between the cheeks.
Yeah, baby.
Misty says, how long do the tumblers keep hot beverages hot, and how long does it keep it stay cold? I can put ice in my tumbler first thing in the morning and still have ice the next morning when I wake up.
Yeah, so that'll tell you how long it'll keep it hot.
And as for hot, I've heard it keeps it hot pretty good, as Pam just finished saying. John,
dogs don't even bother looking at us anymore.
No. Joe Hicks says, I'll message you a pic of it that is on a local page and my shitty video of the view from Old 66.
Selena says, no food, silly. I could eat both.
Oh, good Lord. Mary says, where are you staying for the night?
Reel it in the truck.
Dennis asks, where are you guys at? We're in Georgia. Smarty. In the truck. What is it? Fairburn, Georgia? Colleen says, we haven't had any rain in Granby since this morning.
Michelle says, do Mexicans say they're going to have American food?
I don't know.
Do.
No, she...
My sister says, you can make me some white boy food?
That's what she said. Trina says, Mr. G is feeling frisky. He's always feeling frisky. Melody said, we had a good storm roll through 5:36 this morning. Got another inch of rain. Sue McGee says, I'm assuming Mr. G can't do his dance tonight. Things you don't do naked. Yeah.
Oh, I can, but you'll have to catch that on my fans only page. Wash the windows.
Beth says, I was handcuffed and booked, let go for calling New York State cops chicken choke pukes over the CB. Enjoyed every bit of it. Laughed the whole time. Oh, damn, Beth.
Marianne Wise Lion says, how do I get one of your coffee mugs?
Where do you find that at?
TruckerGspot.com.
And if you didn't understand what he said TruckerGspot.com.
No, how do you say it?
TruckerGspot.com.
She's getting better.
What?
Frank G in the house?
He said, yo, kids, come on by the crib this weekend. We'll feed you good stuff.
Right on, brother, right on. Just depends on what time we get through there, Frank. I know we should be going through there, but just kind of depends on what time and if we can make it home to where we can basically do a 34 at the house.
Tim C says, hey, y'all. Hey, Tim. Natalie says, sit on his head, Mrs. G.
Sexy Grammy says, you just have one color on the can cooler. Are you going to get any other colors?
That's
all
the
that
only
we
one
had
we have
left,
left right
sweetheart.
now.
And yeah, I wouldn't plan on ordering any more because we done went through what two different
That
batches.
was our second batch.
Yeah,
of
second
can
batches.
coolers. Ash says, "What? What do we have here?" Cheryl says, "LOL, not after dark."
What I usually
It
do
is
is
after dark.
Heck, I keep a few of the can coolers in my. Or I keep two of them in here. My other one's at the house. But I keep one of the. Oh, you took my pink one out of here, didn't you?
That's my pink one. It's in the big freezer.
Oh.
Trying to steal my cup.
Keep one in this little freezer, and I keep another one in the other freezer, and we just kind of
swap them out.
Kind of rotate.
So that way, when he gets a fresh cold soda out,
This
he
one's
gets
cold.
a fresh cold tumbler out, or a can cooler. Mary says he's not in the kitchen to do his towel dance or on the hood of his truck. Trust me, if he did his towel dance right now, they would definitely throw us off of Facebook.
It's all good for my fans only page, though.
John Diller says the bins are mostly for the total eclipse in April for the partial phases. The ring eclipse on the 14th would be good practice. Oh, gotcha. Laylee says, I have your pink one. Yeah, my pink one what?
Oh, she's got my pink one.
The can cooler? How'd you end up with my pink one? John Diller says, G-Land, Springfield area, is blessed with better Mexican restaurants than my local Pittsburgh one.
Sexy Gravy says, I want the one you just showed, Trucker G.
Oh, the blue
Yeah, I don't
one.
have any more, sweetheart.
That one we got on this last batch, but that one was the first one to sell out.
Yeah, it sold out pretty quick.
Melody says, where's that fans only page? Ricky says, evening, Mr. and Mrs. G. Hope y'all been well. Haven't been on here lately myself. We've kind of been slackers. And it has been a while.
Dennis Adams says,
Wait.
Wait, G, you have fans only? I'm doing footfetish.com.
I would say maybe you guys can,
No,
but never mind.
We're not collaborating, honey.
I was tossing around ideas is what I was talking about,
Yeah.
not collaborating.
He's talking about squishing hot dogs with his toes, and I'm talking about washing windows. I don't want my shit squished. Excuse my language.
Oh, Sexy Grammy says you're not ordering
Jennifer
them
Dixon, sign me up.
anymore. Sexy Grammy says you're not ordering them anymore.
No, because I have to order.
We have to order
I
a
have to
certain
order
amount.
quite a few, and we still have a few of the pink ones left. So I was guessing that most everybody that was wanting them kind of faded off, already got them, and I didn't want to get stuck with a bunch. And we still got a bunch. Well, not a bunch.
Well, we still
got
have a
cups
few
left.
of the cups left too. Mary Penner says it was Laylee's birthday the other day. It was Mook's birthday the other day. Our youngest daughter.
Gee, let her tell her stories too.
Stu Wallace says hello to the G's. Well, hello.
Heather Gray says, "Let us see the page."
Link will be in the description. Just saying.
Send me a private message if you're interested in that, and we can talk.
Ash says, "Gotta do what you gotta do."
$20.
Beth says, "Too funny." Tim C says, "They say it only hurts a minute." I'm not sure where that comment.
Mary says, "I love my 40-ounce cup. Awesome. Thank you." If you're talking about one of mine, she might just be saying she loves her 40-ounce.
Sue says, "You don't want your stuff squished." What did I miss? You stepped away for a minute.
Ashley says, "I will not drop that link."
Joe Hicks says, "Who the hell is hitting the Jake in your truck? And when did you get straight pipes?" LOL, dog snoring.
It's TT.
TT Marie, which is all cuddled into her armpit and she's snoring. Tim C says, "Smashing hot dogs." Yes. John Diller says, "Remember to put the solar binoculars to your eyes first, then aim at the sun. The filters will only show the sun." All right. We'll have to keep that in mind. Melody says, never step away. Exactly. JJ said, did you see the video I sent you, Mrs. G? I have not checked my Mrs. G page, JJ, so I'll have to check it tomorrow, honey. Dennis says, you guys have good night. Stream shared to pages. Love you guys. Much love to you,
Karen
Dennis.
Napier, how you doing, sweetheart?
Hey, Karen. Mallory says,
Sexy
what's
Grammy
up,
says, can you show the fur babies? We're not going to take the chance of moving the camera right now, Sexy Grammy, because that could end badly. Just one slip of the camera, and we're off Facebook forever.
Okay, so if for those of you that don't know how G's After Dark got started, it was during the convoy. We were doing kind of like an unwinding thing at the end of the day, which was late at night. Well, we woke Mooch up, and he looked at me. He looked this way, and I made eye contact with him. He jumped up over here, mind you.
It
from
was
the waist
pants
down,
optional.
The waist down, we were pants optional. It was all
And there was no blanket.
al natural down there going on, but he jumped this way and he hit the tripod,
camera,
and
and
it
it
flipped right
plop.
into my lap.
And we didn't know what was shown. Luckily, nothing was shown.
Nothing was shown, but that is how.
That's how G's After Dark and Pants Optional started.
Yes, that was Mooch. So we just
So
leave
we don't
Mooch
take
alone.
no chance of moving the camera or nothing when it's Pants Optional.
Mooch is sleeping. Michelle Brandon says, due to the economy, $20 is $20.
Exactly.
Mickey Gerard says, I love After Dark. John Diller says, TT imitating a Jake, LOL.
She's good at it.
She is. Mike Foley says, it is pants optional, so no cameras move.
Exactly.
That's right. Ash says, not while I'm here, LMFAO. Beth says,
Sexy
go
Grammy
figure.
says, I think I remember that.
Yes. That is how G's After Dark was born. And we were very, very worried about that.
Yeah, I thought for sure it was. Yeah.
Ash says, the flying pit. Yes, Mooch can fly. Like, he does not need a running start either. Timothy M is laughing. Sexy Grandma. Okay, you read that. So she thinks she remembers. Sue McGee says, LOL. Oh, Ashley, Entertainment After Dark with G fan only page. No leak? She says she's not dropping that link.
Carrie says, you folks are awesome. And Heather says, let's just see a peek.
She's just poking the
just a
bear.
peek. I just want to see the head. Oh, easy now. Easy.
Hey, it is After Dark. I don't know if the children are in the house still, so Mook and Lay, you might want to exit.
The last girl that did that to me got me in trouble. Just put the tip in.
Oh, for Mary says, what was for supper, Mr. and Mrs.
Just a
G?
tip.
Mexican.
Easy now.
Pam says, I needed this
I
laugh
think
before
you're
bed.
taking it a little too
Thank
far,
you.
honey.
Melody says, well, Michelle Brandon said, just a tip. John Diller's laughing. Ash says, oh, and that is one side of G's I do not run.
She's just a member.
She's like a gold member.
Yeah.
Mike Foley's laughing. Turner Calvin says, when they wake up, tell them I said hi. All right, Calvin. Mary says, I still remember the false teeth story. I don't think anyone will forget that.
I would never say just a tip.
She wants it all.
The whole shebang.
She said, now. Selena says, of course. John says, easy now. Ash
Jenny
says,
says, hey. Damn, did I come in on a topic?
oh. Ash says, damn, you telling my secrets. Bonnie says, I'm crying from the laughter. Donnie says, LMAO, I've heard that before 3 times. 3 kids too. Just a tip.
Elizabeth says, it was just a tip. I'm reeling it back in.
Ash says, I was the
Reeling
first
it back in.
with the platinum card. Joe says, I'm assuming you know they are closing its TT's favorite bridge for a year. Are they really?
I didn't know that. No, when
TT
they
will be
doing that, Joe?
excited.
Let me know, because I actually take that route quite a bit.
We do. She will be excited. We won't have to take that bridge no more. Well, hello, Richard. Penny Carpenter Clark says, I caught you live. John Diller says, I remember the Pringles incident. I don't think everyone's scarred from the Pringles incident.
Don't reel it in. It's after dark.
I know,
Just
right?
let it all hang out.
Let it loose.
Let it all hang out.
Like, we usually say, Tahanga.
Tahanga, Tahanga. Yeehaw.
Jennifer Duck, to see your face was priceless with the false teeth.
Oh, my Lord.
Michelle Brandon says,
I'm getting a little warm up in here.
It's getting a little hot in here.
It's getting hot in here. I've already taken off my clothes.
Half your clothes. Michelle Brandon says, Mrs. G just wanted a back rub. LOL. John says, I needed a laugh or two.
Joe said, I think real soon. Okay, thanks, John. Joe,
okay.
If you hear, we'll shoot a message, let me know.
Yeah.
Karen says, hi, Sue.
Sexy Grammy says, I'm glad you guys went live. It's been a while. Love you both. Much love to you, sweetie. Dennis says, clothing is optional at my place any time of the day. Just depends on how I'm feeling.
Heather said, let's see the other half off.
Don't tempt him. Behave.
Melody says, how's that APU running? I don't know if I want to answer that, Melody, because so far so good. I don't want to jinx anything.
You hear it? We're good. Penny Carpenter Clark says, I missed your faces and laughter.
Michelle says, wow, now we know what G's safe word is. Tahanga. That's not a safe word. Let's throttle it up, baby. We're about to get it on. Tahanga, Tahanga.
Raise it up. Come on.
Jennifer said, take it all off. There you go.
Natalie says, tip for the night, Tahanga. Dr. Pepper Drinker says, okay guys, I gotta do some stuff. It was a great live, so thank you. Talk to you later. Good night, sweetie.
Eddie's dog's herding her to bed, damn cow dog.
Tim C says,
good night, sweetheart.
That's gonna be a 3-hour detour, LOL.
Is Eddie, you're her man or woman? I just called him sweetheart if it was a man.
I think it's a man, honey.
Well, good night, sweetheart.
Jennifer Duck says, take it all off.
That's what I was doing, and you stopped me, honey.
Kevin, thank you for the star sign. Star salute.
Pam said, have you talked to Santa?
Penny Carpenter Clark says, safe word? Vasectomy? John
Did you have your bunny hat on, Mrs. G? Somebody asked.
I was going to bust my bunny unicorn hat out before the live, and I
think
forgot.
They were talking about when you get the Tahanga.
Oh, when I get the Tahanga.
We're not into the furries.
No, we're not furries.
Well, maybe. Give me something to hold on to.
Oh my goodness. My bunny
You see the ears go like that? Yeah. I'm liking the idea.
Faster, faster, faster.
She just turned 3 shades of red. Don't be careful, you might pee yourselves. Are you gonna snort too?
Be quiet.
Snort, fart, and pee.
Oh my god.
Heather says, I agree, take it all off.
Robin says, I think you missed a comment. Did you have your bunny hat?
That's
okay,
what
you
I
read
read.
that. Tracy says, small peek. We close our eyes.
Karen says, enjoying the evening with you. You too, Karen.
Karen says, thank you for this live. It feels good to laugh. My niece's daughter is staying with us. Stop. Karen says,
easy now. We just lost 100 viewers.
Karen says, thank you for this live. It feels good to laugh. My niece's daughter is staying with us tonight and watching you guys for the first time.
Oh, my
and
Lord.
she is laughing also. So thank you, and thank you
I apologize in advance.
for your prayers. We love you. We love you too, sweetheart. And like we told Michelle, we will keep you guys and your family in our prayers.
It's always good to laugh, though, sweetheart. You know that.
Karen Napier says, enjoying the evening with you. Thank you for the stars, Karen. Stars.
See, it didn't tell me the stars thing up there.
It doesn't show it up there.
Okay, that's why.
Heather said, I agree. Take it off. I just can see those ears a-flopping.
Heather says, not enough. Let's see more. Oh, my Lord. Don't be threatening me with a good time.
I might
Because I'm not shy.
I might have to do it at upload the link for your fans only page.
I'm the last thing you can call shy.
Sexy.
Am I shy, honey?
Huh?
Am I shy?
No, by no means. Sexy Grammy says you're too much, Trucker G. Ash says, "Oh Lord, never mind. Leave it packed away."
You notice how she put that? She said packed away, not just put it away. You got to pack that thing away.
Billy Bob says we got to get flying music going. Joe Hicks says, "Okay, since after dark, my buddy at work called me, asked what I am doing, told him, then asked him what he was doing. Said sitting at the shop with his thumb up his ass, and thought of you. So you're.
Tell him don't sniff it.
That's
It
great.
smells like shit."
Belladonna, hey Belladonna, said it's all fun and games till someone loses an eye. I love y'all.
I just filtered.
I'm sure you probably are dying because you.
I'm pretty good at pointing it the other direction.
Lisa,
No eyeballs were lost in this performance.
Lisa said hi from Germany, New York. Great to hear the laughter. Well, I'm glad you could join us. Elizabeth says never a dull moment with you guys. Love you guys. Much love.
Oh Lordy, Heather, you're killing me. You're
Well,
killing
let's
me, girl.
unpack it. Kevin says you two are funny and full of life. We're full of it.
You're full of something.
Billy Bob says, how is that flying mooch and TT? They're doing good. They're sleeping. They're tired puppies. Oh my goodness. Still can't get the visual out of my head.
What's that? You naked?
Oh, not you naked.
No. Ashley says, y'all are killing me.
John Diller says, keep those APU hamsters fed.
Yeah, I hear that.
Tammy says, hello, G's and G-Force family. Well, hello, sweetheart. Michelle Brandon says, you're good at pointing it the other way, huh?
Actually, it just does its own thing. It's kind of like water hose.
It's like one of them signed them blow up guys you saw. Robin says, oh, Mr. G, how's the 50s going? They're in full swing. Mike Foley says, if someone loses an eye, someone did something wrong. Yes. It's like sex sent me to the ER type situation. You lose an eye or need an eye patch. The heck? Something went sideways. Dennis McGuire says, I missed the After Darks. Natalie says, Mrs. G says, wrong one, Mr. G.
Mary says, Mrs. G, are you younger than Mr. G? No, she's older.
Yes, I am younger than you. Tammy says, I totally agree. Calvin says, gee, how is your dad?
He's doing good.
He's doing great.
Michelle said, thanks for the visual, Mrs. G.
Jennifer Duck says, I bet you pull your hair out when you go through that area in Atlanta. Oh my God. That's scary or a crazy place. After watching you guys tonight and you laughing, that makes me feel better. Mr. Brandon said, wrong hole, fool.
I'll just grease it up and it's like whack-a-mole.
Kevin says, what state are you currently in? Georgia.
Georgia.
Tootsie said, danger zone, LOL.
Carrie says, Mrs. G looks like in early 30s.
Well, thank
You're
you.
exactly
I'm not,
right.
but thank you. You're right there with my son that always tells me I'm like 26. Sue M is laughing. All right, JJ, I'll have to check
is it
my
still hot in there?
messenger.
No, I actually turned the APU up. And
No, it's so hot in here.
It's me.
It's hot. I'm dying.
It's like waving pheromones, honey.
Waving pheromones. Woo, woo, woo.
On that note, guys.
Darlene says, love Mrs. G, the After Dark. Jeez. Jennifer Duck says, stop and get some boiled peanuts. Yummy. Ew,
I don't do
no.
boiled
They're
peanuts.
gross.
Not my thing.
Natalie says, Mr. G's playing the one-eyed Jack. Belladonna's laughing. Cheryl says, hi, Mrs. G and Mr. G.
James, how you doing, buddy?
Hey. That's how teachers
Joe
do
says,
it.
I thought it was grease it up and pick a hole. I'm all good. Wherever
Billy, my eyes are not working. Billy Bob says, how is little G doing? He's doing great. I'm pretty sure he's happy he's not in this live feed right now. Hey, Tiff, how are you doing, sweetheart?
how you doing?
Jennifer Duck says, I just joking with you. I watched that video of you guys trying to eat some boiled peanuts. Yuck.
Yeah, not happening.
James says, I'm doing good now that I'm in a decent place. Well, that's good, sweetheart. Ash said, everyone is doing good. You. Margaret says, thank you guys for making my days much brighter.
Oh, you guys do the same for us.
Yes. I don't know. We kind of get a little out there sometimes.
Carrie said it's so nice to get a good laugh in the world we're in. Thank you. Well, thank you guys.
Kevin says, the After Dark stories remind me of the Taxi Cab Confession. I remember that show.
Bloodhound says AZ Cooper, World Miners in the house. Home of the mountain trolls. Right on.
Bloodhound says, where are you guys today?
We are in Fairburn, Georgia.
Dennis says, caution, that third eye will spit on you.
Yeah. Oh.
Michelle says, I've never been a boiled nut fan. Me either.
Yeah, not my thing. I think we're going to go ahead and call it a night, guys. We wanted to come on and at least say hi. And we haven't done one of these After Darks in a while. It was good therapy.
It was good therapy. We need to try to make a point of doing it more often. Oh no, Moochie's awake.
Well, our problem is we're usually shut down so
know.
early that it just don't work. And I don't want to do it too early when, kids are all awake.
Yeah, true. I gotcha.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we have the opportunity. Don't pick my nose. Don't you put your finger there. Mooch and TT are both awake.
All right, guys. Good
Love
night.
you guys.
Love you. We'll see you later.
Bye, guys. Oh, TT looks so tired.